Hi, so what is text completion? Now, text completion questions you might have come across very frequently, and this is a very popular type of question for competitive exams. Text completion questions omit crucial words from short passages or sentences and ask the test takers to use the remaining information in the passage as a basis for selecting words or short phrases from among the given ones to fill in the blanks and create a coherent and meaningful whole. These can be either single blank or more given in a single text. Test takers should choose the best option from the choices given. If there are more than one blank, then it is important that you pay greater degree of attention. Okay, they can always be very tricky. Before answering, it is important to read through the whole passage to get a sense of it and try to think of words to fill in the blanks. In case of passages with more than one blanks, the first blank does not always have to be filled in first. Sometimes it is easier to fill the first the other one and then go back to the first, come back to the first if the passage makes more sense that way. Remember to eliminate the options that are obviously not the answer. Most of these choices are very closely related in order to confuse the test takers. So, beware of that. Note if there are conjunctive words such as although and but in the passage, because they may help you in choosing the best option because of the way a sentence is constructed. Let us look at the first exercise here. Look at the slide. Mrs. Burrows, like Mr. Jeffries, believed in improvement. Mr. Calvito offered improvement in large dollops, or at least that chastisement which Mrs. Burrows had learned to be the dash of improvement. Precursor of improvement, opprobrium of improvement. You ought to know what is the meaning of opprobrium. Please keep your dictionaries open. Parody of improvement, vexation of improvement, and effrontery of improvement. What could be the right word? The best answer is option A, precursor. The sentence conveys that chastisement is somehow related to improvement by using at least in the sentence. None of the other options, parody, vexation, effrontery or opprobrium indicate a positive relation. So, therefore, precursor. Let us look at the second exercise. And any idea he had harbored that the bush was, as the engravings of the Sydney Mail might suggest, a pure and desh place of ferns and waterfalls, was soon demonstrated to be quite false. So, a pure and proliferate place of ferns, pristine place of ferns, pernicious place of ferns, prolific place of ferns, or a sparse place of ferns. Now, the sense here is quite positive, a pure, and it should go along, option should be along with the pure. So, the best response would be pristine. You have to go through the rest of the choices. In this case, pristine is the better choice than other adjectives because the passage already has pure there. Look at the third exercise. The bathroom is spelt of dash patent formulae. Waves of ammonia seemed to emanate from the waterside windows which were always sparkling clean. Bathroom is smelt of refulgent, soporific, pungent, solvent, viscous, patent formulae. What could be the best response? The best response is the choice C, pungent. This is a smell. Remember, the passage gives the idea that the blank should be filled with an adjective of smell. Pungent means strong smell and thus suits the passage best. Other choices do not. Let us move on to the next exercise. In a word, the gambling house which refuses the game of a rich, cool player devours the fortune of the foolish and one which is carried away by the rapid movement of the machinery of the game. So, foolish and obstinate, foolish and querulous, foolish and recondite, foolish and sedulous. Look up the meaning of these words, foolish and trenchant, Which do you think is the best response? Foolish would go best with obstinate. Obstinate people are often foolish. Remember, due to the presence of the linking word and, one can assume that the missing word has to complement foolish, it has to go along with foolish. Neither transient nor sedulous fit the category, we have to eliminate both. Obstinate gets carried away easier than the querulous and the recondite, therefore, obstinate is the best option. Look at the slide here. Next slide, exercise 5. For the first time in his life, he did not despise the proles or think of them merely as an dash force which would one day spring to life and regenerate the world. An exigent force, an evanescent force, an inert force, an impetuous force, an obdurate force. The best answer is C, option C, which is inert. Now, the key to find the best choice is found in the passage, spring to life, regenerate, so indicate that the proles or the working, that is the proletariats, okay, and the working class people are not active as of now. So, inert means lack of activity. Among the choices you will find, or you will realize that inert is the only word that indicates lack of activity. Move on to exercise 6 now. He assures them that their last sample is impure and quite useless for his present purpose. In the year 18 something, Dr. J purchased a somewhat large quantity from Messrs. M. He now begs them to search with most dash care, and should any of the same quality be left, forward it to him at once. Expense is no consideration. With most dash care, sedulous, tortuous, spurious, specious, unfeigned. What is first? You have to know the meanings of these words. So, it is about time, if you are seriously considering taking an exam of this nature, then you start looking up these words. And now tell me which is the best option here. The best option is A, sedulous. The passage, remember, indicates that whatever the author is searching for is very important to him. Hence, the adjective should indicate diligence, and so spurious and specious have to be eliminated. Rest of the options need some careful deliberation. Tortuous indicates complicated, and unfeigned means genuine. The most suited answer is therefore sedulous. Let us move on to the next exercise. He was quiet by nature, regular from principle, zealous from bait, evincing little dash at the different surprises of life. Very quick with his hands and apt at any service required of him, and despite his name never giving dash even when asked for it. Choices: calm, convention, disturbance, advice, glib, C. So, there are two sets of choices. For first, calm, convention, disturbance, evincing little, calm, convention or disturbance at surprises of life. Okay. And then look at the second section, apt at any service required of him, and despite his name never giving advice even when asked for it, glib or voice even when asked for it. What should be the best response? For A, it is C, okay, because the author has indicated already that the person is not easily provoked. Also, the qualified quantifier is little as opposed to a little. Little indicates not enough, when a little indicates some. A for 2 is the best choice, because it should be something that is usually given without asking, right. So, the second is advice, not glib, not voice, but advice when not even asking for it. So, answer is disturbance and advice. Let us move on to look at exercise 8. These sailors, again you have to look at two blanks. These sailors were evidently from dash nations, although the European type was dash in all of them. So, enigmatic, different, shari, imminent, empirical, visible. What could be the answer? What's the meaning of imminent, empirical, shari? Look up the meanings of all these words before making your choice, but then choice can also come through the context. These sailors were evidently from different countries or nations, although the European type was, and that type was, what should be the best response here? The best response here is visible. Okay. Remember, imminent means something which is impending, and this does not fit in the sentence, and empirical is something which is supported by data, which is not really the context here. So, visible, the best choice is not always the most difficult word. Remember, just because you do not understand a word does not mean that it has to be the correct choice. It can be a familiar and commonly used word. So, visible, European type was most visible here. Let us look at the next slide, exercise 9. Ned Land had not wished to dash his provisions, and in spite of his danger, his pig on one side and kangaroos on the other, he went tolerably fast. Ned Land had not wished to leave his provisions, acquire his provisions or disabuse his provisions. What could be the answer? And in spite of his, so there is a contrast marker here, dash, which danger? Ephemeral, imminent or fulminating. So, the best response could be for first A. What is A? Leave his provisions, because and can be seen as the clue that indicates that the first part of the sentence is complemented by the second part. By the process of elimination, the best choice for second is B, okay, because the word we are looking for should be describe the danger due to which he is moving fast. So, the best answers are imminent danger, okay, that is for the second one, and leave his provisions. Let us move on to exercise 10. Destiny was too potent, and her dash laws had decreed my utter and terrible destruction. What kinds of laws? Impassive, heretical, immutable, incipient, inert. The best answer here is immutable, something that cannot change or cannot be changed. The is C, option C, because the speaker emphasizes on his inability to change his fate by using adjectives for destiny and his destruction. The adjective that fills the blank describes his helplessness. Look at exercise 11. In a dash moment, Winston found that he was shouting with the others and kicking his heel violently against the rung of his chair. In a magnanimous moment, in a urbane moment, in a lucid moment, in a prosaic moment, in a laconic moment. The best choice is option C, lucid. Vincent has found something about himself in a particular moment that he was not aware of until then. So, lucid, something that provides clarity. This is an adjective. Yeah. So, awareness and clarity, and this is therefore, this is the best choice. Let us look at exercise 12. I knew a young lady of the last romantic generation who, after some years of an enigmatic passion for a gentleman whom she might quite easily have married at any moment, invented dash to their union and ended by throwing herself one stormy night into a rather deep and rapid river from a high bank, almost a precipice, and so perished all entirely to satisfy her own caprice and to be like Shakespeare's Ophelia. Now, she might quite easily have married at any moment, invented insuperable obstacles to their union, insurmountable obscurities, unending oscillations, ostentatious opprobrium, unassailable trivialities. Best answer is A, unsuperable obstacles. They are all adjectives, but only A makes sense in the context of the passage, because it is the noun that should fit in the passage with or without the adjectives. So, therefore, or insuperable obstacles. Let us move on to exercise 13. It has been sometimes argued that there is no truer criterion of the dash of any given art period than the power of the master spirits of that time in grotesque. And certainly in the instance of Gothic art, there is no disputing the proposition. So, no truer criterion of the vivacity, vitality of any given art period, quiescence, predilection or magnanimity. Which do you think is the best answer? Best response is B, vitality. Except vitality and vivacity, none of them are describing words that can be used to describe art here, and vitality is better to describe art than vivacity. Remember, even if a word is loosely connected, but applicable to the context, one should check whether there is a better word there. So, if there is a confusion, look which one is the better option and then decide. Look at exercise 15 now. Deriving his dash from both sides of the channel, he showed at such junctures as the present the inelasticity of the Englishman, together with that blindness to the line where sentiment verges on mawkishness characteristic of the French. Deriving his indulgences, deviance, impunity, magnanimity, idiosyncrasies. Which is the best word here? The answer is E, idiosyncrasies. What is the author trying to tell you? That the person, whoever this might be, he is deriving certain characteristic from both sides of the channel. It is a geographical location. So, option C and D cannot fit in the passage, as the passage is about a man's behavior. Option E, that is idiosyncrasies, fits better here. Let us look at exercise 16. At this period, the single opinion in the parish on herself and her doings that she valued as sounder than her own was Gabriel Oakes, and the outspoken honest of his character was such that on any subject the same dash of opinion might be calculated on and be had for the asking. Thoroughly convinced of the impossibility of his own suit, a high resolve dash him not to injure that of another. And the outspoken honest of his character was such that on any honesty of his character was such that on any subject the same dash of opinion, dullness, disinterestedness, or monotony. Thoroughly convinced of the impossibility of his suit, a high resolve constrained, emancipated him or inveiled him not to injure that of another. So, answer should be B for the first one, disinterested, and 2 A. For the second set is A, that is constrained. This is one of those instances where it is advisable to fill in the second blank before the first one. The phrase not to injure it helps us make the option A as the best option. Once the second blank is filled in, the passage is less difficult than before. Other qualities of Oakes, such as Gabriel Oak, the hero, such as honesty mentioned in the passage, ensures that the blank should be filled with a word which is a complement, and option B is more complimentary than the other option. So, disinterestedness. Disinterestedness does not mean uninterestedness, it means to practice a kind of detachment. Exercise 17, let us look at it. That he had been in excited and unusual moods was known to those who had been intimate with him, but nobody imagined that there had shown in him dash symptoms of the mental derangement which Bathsheba had momentarily suspected. The best answer, had shown in him ambivalent symptoms, debatable symptoms, disputable symptoms, unequivocal symptoms of mental derangement and irascible symptoms of mental derangement. The best option is D, unequivocal. The rest of the passage indicates that the adjective to be used should not indicate doubt. It should not promote doubt. It is unequivocal clearly. Option A, B and C indicate doubt, but E does not fit at all. So, best choice is option D, that is unequivocal. Let us look at exercise 18 now. I was thinking what could have caused his irresistible drowsiness when I felt my brain becoming stupefied. A painful suspicion seized me. Evidently, dash substances had been mixed with the food we had just taken. I could not raise my eyelids. A dash sleep full of hallucinations. Dash me of my being. Now, here you are expected to have 3 blanks. Look at the responses. Answers for the first one: A, soporific. For B, morbid, that is the second choice is B, morbid, and for the third blank you have to use option A, that is bereft. Apply all these and look up the meanings. Remember, the first blank is easy to fill because the author was talking about sleep, and the sleep is not a comfortable one, it is unwelcome, and also the author mentions hallucinations, hence the best adjective is morbid. The sleep has already caught up with him, therefore, the third blank can only be filled with the word bereft, denied of it. Let us move on to the next exercise. Even though segregation at the source was identified as a key requirement by most, one should note that the stakeholders had different dash according to the waste management issues they were involved with. International agencies have specific roles while local institutions had a limited dash. So, look at the second set first. You can have a limited canon, discretion or influence, which looks best, and look at that different aesthetics, priorities, axioms, which do you think goes best? In this instance, fill in the second set before the first one, it will make things easier. So, answers are for the first one B, priorities, and for the second one C, influence. Let us go back to the exercise. Even though segregation at the source was identified as a key requirement by most, one should note that the stakeholders had different priorities according to the waste management issues they were involved with. International agencies have specific roles while local institutions had a limited influence. You can't have discretion here. Remember, the key to both answers here are the is the connector in the passage. You have to look at connectors such as even though, that the missing word will contradict the first word of the sentence that is given here. For the second blank, while indicates a similar comment which is to be made on the local institutions as was done on international. We will do many more such exercises in our forthcoming classes. So, thank you very much and keep practicing all the words we have done and try to understand the meanings of those words. Goodbye.